Welcome to Listings and Lifestyles. Here you'll be given exclusive access into some of the Valley's most amazing luxury estates. From Paradise Valley mansions to the charming cottages of the historic district. We will take you on an architectural adventure like no other. With great properties comes the lifestyles that complement these beautiful homes. From trendy family communities in Arcadia to the opulent Gatsby lifestyles of the Biltmore, to the charm of Western Contour in Cave Creek. We will experience all of the Valley of the Sun has to offer and meet the amazing agents who are selling and living listings and lifestyles.
You know, coming into our 5th season doing this, sometimes I got to pinch myself. How did a rural country boy from Kansas end up on top of the world? Welcome. Thank you for joining us this Saturday. It's an honor to have you as our guest. We are up here in beautiful North Scottsdale, literally at the highest point, probably one of the highest home elevations in all of Maricopa County here in the Valley of the Sun. We've brought you into Desert Mountain. There is no other place on the planet like Desert Mountain, and I mean that quite literally. We are behind the gates here, and then behind the gates again, up at 3,200 feet elevation at this beautiful mansion. We're going to take you on an exploration of one of the most artfully crafted homes I've personally ever seen. I'm very excited to bring you into this home. So we're going to meet Davis Driver, the agent that is representing the sellers of this property. Get a moment to talk to them actually about how this home came together, how this piece of art came together. So without further ado, let's get in and explore this beautiful home here in Desert Mountain.
Lola the dog is going to give you a little greeting too.
Hi Lola, how are you?
Come here, Lola.
Thank you so much for letting us in this gorgeous, gorgeous home.
You're very welcome. It's our privilege.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about what we're going to see.
Well, we're in the Sorrel Forest neighborhood in Desert Mountain, which is in far north Scottsdale. We're up in the foothills of the Continental Mountains at an elevation of about 3,200 feet.
How could I nailed that?
Yeah, you did. This home is a little over 10,304 feet.
Okay.
So it's spacious. I'd like to think that all the rooms are well proportioned. You never feel like you're really in a very large home. The home was built in 2009, designed by a local architect named Shelby Wilson, who's got a great following around here, and built by a builder named Ron Valenza. And I sold a lot to the owners, Wayne and Penny, whom you'll meet a little bit later, and they had a great time designing the house and taking a long time to build it, about 2 years.
I got to ask you, what was the site preparation alone? We're literally on the side of a mountain.
I don't know the cost of it, but I can't.
I'm just time.
I think it took about 2 years for them to build a house.
The whole time
and good, several months were devoted to preparing the site. A little bit about the lay of the land. We're here in the living room. We've got a piano area here just to the side. There are 2 guest bedrooms down this hall to the northwest. Upstairs is a very elegant executive office and one of the 6 bedrooms, and a library, which we'll show you a little bit. This hall down here gets to the public areas of the home: kitchen, family room, the dining room, which is elegant, and a special media room, which the owner affectionately calls the bad boys room. I'm sure I've been here for a lot of different parties. I've even cooked dinner for him once, and it's fantastic. This dining room is emblematic. In Desert Mountain, a lot of the entertaining that's done is of an informal nature.
Sure.
But serves as a great buffet table. They've had the Desert Mountain Club catering team come in here, and they'll set the table beautifully with a buffet dinner. And then the guests can evaporate into the rest of the house. We had 130 people here a year ago, October, for a party, and it
130
was very,
people.
very comfortable.
Wow, that had to be a heck of a party.
It was. We served a little bit of wine, which, let me show you this 1,400 bottle wine.
Please.
Storage room. Let me turn the light on here.
Well, it couldn't have gotten too crazy. It's still full.
Well, he has.
Or maybe it's been
I
restocked.
think he's restocked it on a regular basis. But,
Beautiful.
They've traveled the world. They have a fine appreciation for fine furniture, art,
Sure.
wine. don't even recognize most of the labels myself.
Yeah, that's, well, maybe someday you can teach me a little more about that.
Speaking of the house, this is Crestron City. It's a smart house, so the home can be controlled with the touch of a button. Here are all the fireplaces and the lighting and the media. It's all
It's all at a touch of a button.
easy to operate this house.
Now, does this tie into an iPad control system
Yes,
as well?
they can do it off their iPad. They can do it off
their phone,
Yeah,
remotely,
yeah.
everything.
35,000 feet where they live.
And this space here, I assume this must be the we'll call it the butler's pantry.
Very nice butler's pantry, some more temporary wine storage here in case you run low, a couple dishwashers. You know, when you have a fine home and you do a lot of entertaining, you expect to have catering staff
Sure.
help you out with parties.
Yep.
And so this is a nice place for them to do some work out of the main flow of the rest of the house.
Yeah.
But the lighted cabinets and the glass fronts is nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Show us the kitchen.
Okay, it's right around the corner.
Let's see where you cooked your meal.
Well, I'm born and raised in El Paso, so I like to fancy myself as a Mexican food chef, and I think I probably cooked the first meal that was cooked in this kitchen.
Is that right?
So I tried not to get it too dirty. But it's they tried to blend overtones of a European kitchen with you know, a southwestern touch as well. So
And this is actually built in.
yeah, it's a built-in hutch for
I love it.
storage, fine big range.
You know what I see in here already is that every little piece has a story.
Yeah, it does. There's even the slide-out little immediate and pantry storage area here close by.
I mean, I'm guessing, and you correct me if I'm wrong, because you probably know better than I, but I'm guessing you just can't go to your average appliance store and have this as an immediate option.
No, the home is customized down to to its last molecule.
Down to the wooden nails in the
Yeah.
refrigerator cover.
And the
Beautiful.
reclaimed flooring, that also pegs it, secure it in. It's this piece of furniture here. You can tell that this is old reclaimed wood.
Yeah. Well, you know, and what that ultimately, you know, is indicative of is craftsmanship, which in today's age, you know, it's getting a little bit harder to find those true craftsmen that do things like this.
Well, it is, and it shows a nice blend of modern and the old materials, which is comforting.
I absolutely love it. Pieces like this, I mean, this, I can envision it, right? You're bringing people in here, you got 100, there's no shortage of things to talk about.
No, there are not. And you know, the home shows beautifully during the day, as you all are seeing, but I can only tell you that at twilight and after dark, this home with a higher-end lighting system and all, it just takes on a completely different personality.
Yeah.
It gets magical at night.
Yeah, I can imagine. Let's take a minute while we're resting here. Let's talk a little bit about Desert Mountain in and of itself. Give us a 50,000 foot down view.
Well, Desert Mountain is a very special place, obviously. It's about a 29-year-old gated recreational community. Started life with a principal focus on golf, but as the years have gone by, the club has taken steps to expand the other recreational opportunities that are here. For example, just about 5 minutes from here is a 15-mile private trail system that all the owners in Desert Mountain can use, not just the members of the Desert Mountain Club. There's a horseback riding operation up there in the season, and you can go check out a horse and go ride it on the trails. You can take your dog up
So
there.
the horses are there.
Horses are there.
In season.
In season, and you can ride your bicycle up there if you know how to come down the hill. It's not too dangerous going up, but coming down, you gotta watch it.
Yeah.
But I've hiked those trails a lot, and it's a spectacular amenity to have.
Sure.
One of
the views are incredible.
Well, they are. One of the clubhouses we call the Sonoran Clubhouse, and that's the club's swim, tennis, fitness, and spa facility. It underwent a $12 million remodeling and expansion. It was finished a year ago, October.
Okay.
And that really set it apart, but that wasn't enough. They then added 6 pickleball courts. Pickleball is sweeping the nation, I'm telling you what. And added a bocce ball court and a croquet court.
Okay.
One of our friends is the croquet czar, and we played croquet. It's a lot of fun. Your heart rate doesn't go up, but it's a very strategic game. We have 6 otherwise Nicklaus signature golf courses, 4
Okay.
practice ranges, a fantastic state-of-the-art teaching and club fitting facility down at the Renegade Range, 8 restaurants.
So the 8 restaurants, are those spread throughout at the different clubhouses for the golf courses?
Yeah, there are, and there's a wide variety of themes, and those are club assets, and only club members are able to participate
Sure.
in those. But your viewers might like to know that you don't have to own real estate in order to qualify for membership.
Okay.
You do have to go through an application process and be vetted by the club, but you don't have to be a property owner, and that's different than it used to be.
And you're getting a nice breeze up here on these mountains as well.
Yeah, it's been 20 degrees cooler here in Desert Mountain.
So what's on this side of the house?
Well, this is where most of the major organized fun takes place. This is what the owner has affectionately dubbed the Bad Boys Room. It's a multi-purpose room, but designed for fun. He's got a wonderful bar set up here. I've had a few glasses of wine myself.
Great fireplace.
Fireplace.
Got some. Got a great entertainment system to watch your sporting events and billiards. We have a layout, Davis, that is, I guess you would officially call a split floor plan.
Yeah, I would start off by calling it kitchen family room plan, but
Okay.
it is split. Typically that refers to whether the other bedrooms are apart from the master bedroom, and as you're about to see, this master suite is separated. It's not on the other side of the house from the guest bedrooms, but there's no way that anybody could say that they are connected. So
Sure.
we're going to turn left here and go to the master
Down this
suite.
hall.
Incidentally, Wayne and Penny are scheduled to move into a condominium in a downtown building that's being finished for them now. And they want to sell this house pretty much with everything in it.
Oh, really?
That's not, the items in the home are not included in the current $8,950,000 list price.
Okay.
But
They're interested
But
in
they are
selling
interested
the
in
art.
selling them. Pretty much most of the art and all
And
of
the furniture.
and the furniture as well.
Exciting.
So.
Oh my
lead off
goodness.
with the, yeah, bedroom here, bathroom here. Let's
Wow.
go check out the views from over the tub.
Please. This is incredible, Davis.
No, I'm glad you like it, Court.
Oh.
Beverage washer, dryer, little refrigerator here, so you don't have to traipse off to the other end of the house if you.
Want to do a quick load of laundry or grab a drink? You can right here.
Right.
I love it.
All right, let's go check out the
Yeah.
master bedroom. They have some precious, semi-precious stones, Court, embedded in the fireplace here. There's one of the first things you see here above the fire. Kind of cool to have these colorful minerals tucked in there as a little touch.
How fun. I've A, never seen a fireplace designed like this, and then B, to throw that into the mix. How creative is
touch.
that? Now, you correct me if I'm wrong. Am I seeing some fossils in some of this stone?
You know, there are a few. They were chosen with care to provide just some cool little extra touches.
Okay, good. I'm not going crazy then.
No, you're not. You might be, but not because of that.
But not because of that. Fair and true statement there, my friend.
I like the embedded rhinestones in the handles on the TV cabinet myself. That's kind of fun. So here's a nice large screen TV for
You know,
nighttime use.
I can tell just when they built this, what I envision here, you're just going through laughing, having an absolute blast.
Oh, it's a joy. I mean,
Yeah, it's fun. It's the word that comes to mind, fun.
it is fun. Wayne and Penny make it that way. It's a big house. They've been very cooperative, and we've come up with some different things. Being on your shows,
Sure,
one nice thing.
sure. I'm just excited for the next owner. I'd say it's like buying a Picasso, right? You're buying something that evokes a lot of emotion in any fine piece of art. Excited for the next owner of this home. Well, would you mind showing us the outside area?
Oh, great idea, Court. Great idea.
Wow. Wow. How cool is this?
We're looking southeast, Court, of the Down Mountain Range.
There's Pinnacle Peak, I can see.
Pinnacle Peak, Tom's Thumb, lot of fun out there. No, it's pretty nice. We just passed through this outdoor living room, which is a favorite spot of mine when I come up here to sit down with.
Are those heaters built into
Yeah,
the
got
ceiling?
built-in heaters above the ceiling, fireplace, big screen television.
What do we have upstairs?
Upstairs is a fine executive office, really beautiful, and one of the nicer guest bedrooms.
So Davis, what do we have on this wing?
Upstairs we've got the executive office, another guest bedroom, and a library, which I'd like for you to see. A lot
Sure.
of people still deal with real books.
Yeah, perfect. Well, let's head up.
Okay.
Yeah, you make mention of people liking real books. I happen to be one of them. I still read an actual newspaper. I love the feel and the smell of good paper in my hand. Now, if memory serves me, you had shared with me that the owners have quite a collection of some very unique books.
Well, he does. He happens to be a strong fan of Winston Churchill.
Okay.
So he has a small library, or maybe not even that small, devoted to Winston Churchill. So,
That's great space.
but it's a great spot for a book collection and to curl up and read the rules of golf, or something on Winston Churchill, or something in between.
Well, whatever you find your liking to be, I
That's
love
right.
it.
It's a good
I
spot.
love it.
Or this could be where the chamber music ensemble could play
For your event.
for an event. You know,
I bet the acoustics are amazing.
you could take the furniture out of the living room, and that could be your ballroom.
There you go. You definitely have the space to do it.
That's right.
So I noticed, Davis, even outside, they've got some really cool, funky stuff from different artwork to, like the jaguar that we just passed there, the sculpture.
That's included in the house.
It's a lot of fun, creative stuff.
Yep, and the landscaping is at the head of the list. Every time I walk by this agave plant, I'm impressed with it. I don't want to go into it. So this is the 822 square foot guest house. Come on in.
Oh my goodness.
Polished concrete floor,
The home away from the home in the home.
spectacular privacy. If I ever get in trouble at home, I'll have to come up here and hide out.
Is this where Ann sends you when you're in trouble?
You might suspect that I would come here, but she knows how the views here are breathtaking.
Yeah.
It'd be a great place for a new owner to have put up an important family member.
Sure.
Or if they're in business, some important business person. This would be a very special experience out here.
Yeah, and you've got a kitchenette here, so it is you're self-sustaining.
It would be completely on your own.
I love it. It's an absolutely gorgeous spot. And you said it's just under 900 square feet.
822.
822.
Lovely bathroom. Nice and light and bright.
I like the antique fauceting and the little kitchenette.
Yeah, it has sort of an antique
How fun.
vanity here. Not vanity, sink.
Yeah. It's a full-on sink. Subway tile in the shower.
Yeah.
Again, I mean, you see a lot of houses, Davis. There's
Not many like this.
Not many like this. Where you see eclectic.
5 different woods in the doors. There are 49 solar panels on the roof, which provide about 15 to 20% of the electrical power of the house.
Interesting. Okay.
There are 8 air conditioning zones,
Wow.
4 water heaters. So they didn't spare any horses on this.
No, not at all. And to know that they do have renewable energy here.
Yeah.
That's a really cool feature.
15 to 20% is a, it's a meaningful
Substantial.
fraction.
Before we go meet up with the owners, Wayne and Penny, obviously your passion, you live here in Desert Mountain, but this isn't just what you do. You sell outside of Desert Mountain
We
as
do.
well.
Yeah, we've lived in Desert Mountain for about 6 years, but prior to that, we lived in 3 or 4 different places
Okay.
on the valley floor, so we have a working knowledge of all the other parts of town.
Yeah.
This is our backyard, literally, but we've helped people buy and sell real estate all the way between here and Paradise Valley.
Gotcha. And you don't just represent sellers, you help the buyers as well?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We're in the buyer representation business too.
Perfect, perfect. So let's grab your website one more time.
Propertiesofdesertmountain.com.
Propertiesofdesertmountain.com. You can't beat that. That's easy and clean.
I have invested about $1 million literally over the last 15 years in a private inventory management and market research software system.
Okay.
And I felt compelled to start that system when I got here 26 years ago because the MLS, as good as it is, doesn't have key information in it that people are interested in when they come to Desert Mountain.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was going to spend that much money or create quite as involved a system, but I make information on available properties. I put that on the homepage of that website. For example, I grade 10 different views here on a scale of 0 to 5, and I have pre-formatted reports where people at a glance can see all the homes that have a grade 4 or 5 view of the McDowells or a grade 4 or 5 view of the city lights.
So you're getting very granular and very specific.
Very great.
Davis, well, let's go catch up with Wayne and Penny, the owners, over in the Bad Boy room. I'd like to grab closing thoughts from them, and as we're heading out and wrapping up, anything else that you want to throw in here that maybe I should have asked or could have asked differently?
Well, it's just a complete package here. I appreciate the house is larger than what a lot of people might be looking for, but
It doesn't feel overwhelming
the
though.
proportions of each space are such that no place in the home you feel like you're overwhelmed by the
No.
scale of the house.
No, and they didn't create rooms just to create rooms.
No.
Doing this show and being in real estate now for 12 plus years, I've been in a lot of big homes, and I found that to be a lot more common than one might think, that when you get into the 8,000 plus square foot homes, the builders are literally building rooms for the sake of building rooms.
Just for adding square footage.
Yeah, they have no true function.
Well, that's often going to be true in a speculative home because they're trying to drive the cost per square foot down. But in a case like this, where
Gotcha.
you've got people who
Makes
design the
sense.
home for themselves,
Yeah.
every room has got a purpose.
Yeah.
They have an extended family, three daughters and a bunch of grandkids, so
Cool.
there was a purpose behind that.
Yeah, what a great opportunity for the next owner. I could definitely see it being a legacy home.
I think it will be.
Yeah.
It's going to be here for a long time.
Cool. Well, let's go meet Wayne and Penny, and we'll call it a day.
Okay, great.
Who better to kind of give us the summary of this home than the owners who built it? Wayne, Penny, thank you for allowing us in your home. It's an incredible piece of art. What could you tell the next potential owner? What would you want to convey to them, given the opportunity you have right now?
Well, we've loved living here. We've created some wonderful memories here. It's a great house for entertaining. You can open up all those doors and have a lot of people in here. It's certainly fun.
Something tells me you have.
Especially in this room, in this very spot. Right, Penny?
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, so I use the term piece of art because I feel that when I walk through it, and hopefully we've captured that for the audience here. I want you to talk a little bit about some of the thought process that went into. You had to have a ball doing this. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure some headaches too.
Yeah,
but
of course, it's work.
It's work, but with everything down to some of the fossils in the stone, it truly is a piece of art and from your heart. Share with us just a little bit about the time that it took to do some of that and that experience for you.
Well, this house took 2 years to build.
2 years.
2 years to build, and it was a couple of years in planning as well. We lived in Europe for 10 years, and when we came out here to build a house, we wanted to create something that had that fit in the Arizona desert but had echoes of Europe.
Yeah.
And so what we tried to create was something that was kind of a European farmhouse feel, but with all the modern conveniences, and we
Sure.
got all of those for sure.
Yeah.
And so I think we've created something that's pretty unique and reflective of that experience and our personality. And
Yeah, well, I think
a house
you-
where you can have fun.
I think you nailed it. I have to ask you, Penny, the decorating in here, did you have a team of people with you, or did you put a lot of this, your own blood, sweat, and tears into it?
We had somebody help us for a bit, and then we decided to just sort of finish it ourselves. But
Yeah.
I mean, we had a lot of stuff that we bought over in Europe that we wanted to incorporate it into the house. So we didn't want it to be completely Southwestern or one theme. That's
Sure.
why it's very eclectic.
It is.
But I just enjoy it because you turn around and you see something different everywhere, sort of. It's like, you know, I'm used to it now, but at the beginning, every day I'd walk into a room and think, oh wow, this is something.
Well, I think you really touch on something there, and I think that's what makes this home so unique. And again, I'll use the term that I've used a couple times now, a piece of art. Everything from the detail of this backsplash to the top
Yeah.
of this, the thought. It's one thing to go with a builder and, you know, pick out what's trendy and new, you know, the grays, everything's really leaning that way right now. But when you come into something like this, what a representation of self-expression. And I'm really excited for the next owners, because
Yeah.
when that person comes along, and maybe it's somebody watching today, it's they're going to know immediately that this is the spot for them, and it's pretty exciting. So again, I want to thank you for bringing us into your home. It's an honor, and hopefully we'll get it sold for you.
Thank
I hope you enjoyed it. I
Yes.
hope you enjoyed the tour.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thanks for
Thank you.